school had distributed spirit beasts based on grades. The number 1 monitor chose the Divine Serpent of the SS grade, while the last ranked me only got an F grade black bear. Soon, a devastating cold apocalypse arrived. Because of the bear's ability, I survived, but the monitor serpent died before it could even develop. Burning with jealousy, the monitor and her friends killed my bear and turned it into a hot pot. Injured, I collapsed into the blizzard and died with a desire for revenge. As soon as my eyes opened, I was back on the same day we were supposed to choose our spirit beasts. Just like in the previous life, I was about to choose the black bear when Li Yumping shouted, "Wait!" She got up from her seat, came to me holding an ice-white, radiant serpent, and immediately thrust it into my arms, as if afraid I would pick the black bear from the box. She said, "The white serpent is for you. I want the black bear." All my classmates wanted the same. Even the teachers were surprised. This white serpent had 80% ancient blood and was a descendant of a heavenly serpent. In contrast, the black bear only had 20% blood. There was a world of difference between them. No one understood why Li Yumping chose the bear over the serpent. Xiaoan, choosing a spirit beast is no joke. It affects your future development. Quickly, swap with Huwen. Huwen needs this white serpent more. I can practice with any spirit beast, but Huwen's talent is mediocre. A mixed blood bear will ruin his life. I'm swapping spirit beasts with Huwen. The class suddenly fell silent. Everyone was stunned by her selflessness. Little Yan, a pure heart is most important in cultivation. Your heart is pure and kind. That's why despite having a weak spirit beast, your future will be very bright. Little N, what are you still thinking about? Quickly express your gratitude. I don't want your false sympathy. Give me that black bear. Li Yumping's eyes were panicked. She clutched the bear tighter, her face scrunched up as if I were persecuting her. Huwen, don't test me. I'm making this deal voluntarily. Don't reject this challenge. Suddenly, I felt a sharp pain in my wrist, as if something had bitten me. Looking down, I saw the little white snake's 2 fangs embedded, and drops of blood oozed from the wound. It licked my wrist with its forked tongue, causing a tingling sensation. In that brief moment, it had formed a life-and-death blood contract with me. Whispers arose around me. Everyone thought Huwen was strong, hence she didn't take the white snake, but she was pretending. On one hand, she asked for the snake to be returned, and on the other, she secretly formed the contract so that Li Yumping couldn't back out. Useless person. All pretense. Now the snake is mine. After the contract, it fell asleep. Hearing their words, my face turned grim. I didn't want this white snake, but it forced itself on me. This snake would soon become a burden. Looking at Li Yumping, I felt she wasn't fighting for the snake, but for the black bear. Perhaps she had also been reincarnated. Last time, she chose the snake, and I was forced to take the bear. I didn't know then that the devastating cold apocalypse was coming. The world's temperature dropped to -50 degrees, turning the earth into an icy hell. The long-lived white snake froze to death in the extreme cold. But with my good care, the black bear quickly matured. When the talent-sharing ability awakened, I was no longer afraid of the apocalypse's cold. Later, when I went with the school team to search for supplies, Li Yumping repeatedly tried to lure the bear to become her partner. After being repeatedly rejected, she angrily incited everyone, saying that eating the bear's meat could help them survive the cold. When we went out, Li Yumping and her companions joined forces to kill me and the black bear, and we became their food. Watching the black bear in Li Yumping's lap, my eyes turned as cold as ice. In the previous life, that bear was my most trusted companion. This time, Li Yumping has stolen my ability to withstand the cold, but I will avenge this betrayal with blood. I was staring at her when she also turned her eyes to look at me. When our eyes met, that little black bear blinked exactly twice at me. A wave of joy suddenly rushed through my heart. That was a secret signal from our previous life, telling me not to worry. Thinking this, I cast a pitying glance at Li Yumping. I know this black bear well. It looks innocent, but is extremely cunning and deceitful at heart. As I was looking into the black bear's eyes, a cold little tongue suddenly touched me. Looking down, it was my useless white snake. Beautiful, but good for nothing. I'm not useless now that I'm awake, and you won't be able to see that ugly black monster anymore. I gently touched its little head. You can talk, little one. The white snake coiled in my palm. My name is Ling Ju. If you wish to address me as my lord, that is also fine. Little reptile, who taught you such arrogant and naive things. Most contracted beasts are formed on the initiative of humans. They are naturally proud, only softening slightly in childhood. Very rarely do they initiate a contract themselves. Hearing the rules in class, all my classmates began trying to contract with their beasts by forming magic circles, but I wasn't among them. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed that a great ancient divine serpent, Tiao Mongoi, had forcibly contracted with me. Ling Shu, why did you contract with me yourself? That woman, she stinks very much. Stinky? Li Yumping is the most beautiful girl in school. Many boys run after her, and everyone says she smells good. They are all blind. Her soul is filthy. How do I feel? The white snake sitting in my lap slithered into my sleeve. Its voice hesitated. You are clean and quiet. I just kept stroking its scales with my fingers. Its touch was wonderful, cold and soft like smooth silk. Sometimes I touched its head, sometimes its body. Then I pinched its little tail. Everyone says you shouldn't touch a snake's 7-inch spot, but it's still small. Maybe nothing will happen. As soon as I grabbed its tail, Ling Zhu's body stiffened like lightning, and the skin between the white scales turned pink. Wait, you are utterly shameless. You have laid hands on my honor. It was furious. I blinked and withdrew my hand. Don't think such useless things, child. Seeing this, Ling Zhu was filled with rage. A layer of water seemed to form over its snake eyes, and it turned its head away from me completely, sobbing. Just then, Li Yamping completed her contract drawing and immediately began the process with the black bear. The contract circle covered the black bear and spun rapidly, but inside the circle, the bear secretly changed the lines, transforming it from a normal contract into a master-servant contract, where the bear became the master and Li Yamping the servant. As soon as the contract was complete, the black bear looked at me proudly. I secretly hid my hand under the table and gave it a thumbs up. That's why they say you can offend anyone, but don't offend an honest person. You bad person. That irritated voice rang out again. Without looking, I knew it was my arrogant, shy, and irritable little devil. How am I bad? I casually patted its cold scales. You were making gestures towards that other woman with your tail. That too, an ugly black woman. I said very softly, brother, you are just a little green-eyed monster getting jealous for no reason. As soon as the students completed their contracts, the class teacher distributed cultivation supplies. I kept one snack and gave the rest to Ling Zhu. It ate 19 snacks one by one very quickly. All the snacks were completely finished before we even left the classroom. My classmates stared at me. Is Hu Wen crazy? Gave a week's worth of supplies and snacks to the snake. Didn't she listen in class? Spirit beasts grow slowly. Contracting such a good snake is a complete waste. Some students should pay attention. The monthly snack distribution is limited. If you waste them, the school won't give you more. Understand? In my previous life, I was generous with the black bear. Other students kept 4 portions for themselves and gave 1 to their beast, but I split it half-half. But with the white snake, I gave 19 portions and kept 1 for myself. The other students thought I was crazy. Then I remembered that Ling Zhu had formed a deep contract with me, binding our lives together. If it died from the cold on the first day like last time, then I wouldn't survive either. So now this little ancestor's life is the most precious. When the other students went to practice, I took the white snake and headed out. As I passed Li Yamping, she blocked my way. You've also been reborn. Now it's my turn. The black bear has learned to withstand the cold, so live well because I'm still waiting to send you off myself. Surprise appeared in Li Yamping's eyes, which quickly turned into arrogance. Because of my black bear, I will survive, but you two will die on the very first day of the apocalypse. The white snake in my lap lazily looked at her, then raised its head and hissed at Li Yamping, releasing a foul breath that quickly spread. Li Yamping's confidence shattered, and she backed away screaming. With a cold laugh, I turned with the snake. Now the big problem was where to get so many snacks. I was stroking Ling Zhu and thinking when I remembered that spiritual vein from my previous life, which was discovered just before the apocalypse. It would still be undiscovered. So I immediately headed there with a white snake. Upon arriving, I saw that Li Yamping was already there before me. She was the daughter of a wealthy family with unlimited resources. I stood on the outer perimeter, watching her dig with 20 men. The white snake hiding in my lap watched as one glowing spiritual stone after another was unearthed. Ling Zhu's eyes were full of longing, so I quickly covered its eyes. Don't look. The quality of the gems here is poor. I'll take you somewhere else. Holding the white snake, I turned and walked away. Then a joyful voice echoed in my mind. Are you there? You know telepathy now, Li Yamping. She spent a lot on me and gave me awakening grass so I can send mental messages. You relax with the white snake. I'll call you when the stones are unearthed. I stopped, and as soon as the black bear finished speaking, I came to my senses and saw a beautiful little snake looking at me suspiciously. Ling Zhu was clinging to my arm, its proud face close to mine. Its cold breath felt. Ling Zhu was also angry at me. How dare you talk to another woman behind my back? I grabbed the snake's neck with one hand, lifted it off my arm, and squeezed its face as punishment. Watch your tongue. I didn't say anything wrong. There's the scent of a male in your soul. That black-skinned one, right? This little snake is quite smart. In our demon dragon clan, the blood contract partner is a lifelong companion. Don't have any relationship with that bear. A strange expression crossed my face. Ling Zhu sadly asked me, little child, how old are you? Do you even know what a partner means? Suddenly, its cold tail tip touched my cheek and quickly retreated, and it whispered softly, I've licked you. Now you are mine. I've marked you. I won't let anyone else touch you. You're a snake, not a dog. I stood there, my lips twitching. I used my spiritual power to have the bear transport Ling Zhu to the car. We ate watermelon and watched a movie on the car screen, acting cleverly. Then I slowly started to fall asleep. When I woke up, it was dark outside. There was no light anywhere in the deserted mountain forest, just deep, quiet darkness spreading all around. Just then, brother, come quickly. They've all left. As I hung my head to answer, Ling Zhu looked at me with annoyance. Feeling guilty, I turned my face away. Don't give me any excuses. I won't listen. I'm not talking today. In the darkness of the night, holding the white snake, I slowly moved towards Ling Mei. As the black bear had said, there was no one there, just a magic circle hiding it. The white snake was quite surprised to see me there, but stubborn about her words, she stood silently. I started walking around the circle. Just then, the bear opened it, stuck its head out, and gestured to me with its hand. Brother, come quickly. When the white snake in my lap saw the black bear, she stuck out her tongue angrily. I quickly covered the snake's mouth and, smiling at the bear, said, Ling Zhu was a little angry. Then the black bear stepped forward to show me the way. It's okay, brother. You shouldn't be angry at sister either. But the white snake Baisha's voice echoed in my mind. Amazing. This is a green tea. Let me go. I'll bite her today. I'm alive, and you're meeting this black fox secretly in front of me. That thing that seduces men. I need to have a final battle with her. A faint aura shimmered around the black bear, and it let go of of the white snake. Ling Chang, who had fallen to the ground, looked at me in disbelief. It moved very slowly towards its spot, turning back repeatedly to look at me with uncertainty. "You won't stop me? Aren't you afraid I'll kill that lover of yours?" I had seen the bear's spiritual power. It was more than 50 times stronger than the white snake's. Who would win now? It was really hard to say. Looking at it, I started to smile. "It's okay, let me see your strength. If you bite it to death, I'll be yours and only yours." At my words, the white snake hesitated slightly. Then, seeing the black bear's power, it got scared and came back to my feet. This creature really bullies the weak and fears the strong. The bear divided the sweets into 3 piles. One very small, one small, and one mountain-like huge pile. Li Shu stared at the big pile with longing eyes. "This dark-skinned one is really generous to you." It pointed to the pile. "This is enough for your cultivation. Keep it." It pointed to the other pile. "Give all this to sister." Ling Shuang shouted. "Maybe it doesn't like you, it's just trying to please me." I said to Ling Shuang, "Do you always talk about love?" She was unhappy but quiet and down, afraid of losing the snacks. Then I asked the black bear, "Won't Li Anping hurt you for taking everything?" It said, "Now she obeys my every word." Seeing the spiritual vein empty the next day, and Ping was furious. "If you finish these snacks yourself, such a small spiritual vein won't even get stuck in your teeth. You said yourself that you need to awaken the cold-resistant ability within half a month. I feel I'm close to awakening." The black bear nodded. Hearing this, Li Yanping's face brightened a little. "Awakening is good, but your bloodline is weak. Even eating so much, your power increased only slightly. If my bloodline was inferior, why did you choose me? I didn't ask you to. With so much mental pressure, maybe the talent won't awaken." Li Yanping thought that after the apocalypse was over, the bear's ability would be very useful. "Don't put pressure on me. I didn't mean that. If your bloodline were inferior, I wouldn't have chosen you. I just need 10 trucks of snacks for cultivation. Arrange them quickly. That's not too much, is it? Maybe this will help me awaken a high-level talent like cold resistance, which can protect everyone from the cold for 10 kilometers. A full 10 kilometers. A golden gleam of greed appeared in Li Yanping's eyes. If she could protect everyone from the cold for 10 kilometers in that devastating cold, she would be like the queen of the apocalypse. "Okay, 10 trucks will be arranged. It will all be done before the pastor arrives." Li Yanping is powerful at home, but everyone regarded her talk of a devastating cold apocalypse as a joke. They mocked her for trying to awaken a mediocre spirit beast's cold resistance talent using snacks stored in stone trucks. She got no support from home. Li Yanping had to sell everything her parents had given her since childhood: house, car, branded bags, and jewelry. When I saw her again at school, she was wearing the same old clothes and eating only a plain white flour bun with old Laogan Ma chutney for lunch. It was clear she had spent all her savings on the black bear, but she didn't know that of the truckload of snacks she bought, the bear kept very little. The other 99.99% came to me and the white snake. I kept a few snacks for my cultivation and spiritual power practice and gave the rest to the white snake. The white snake gobbled up Ling Shi and fell into a deep sleep. The snacks next to it would instantly turn to powder with a stretch. The spiritual power from the snake's cultivation has made me several times stronger than in my previous life. Meanwhile, Li Yanping now has less power left than the average student. The black bear didn't spend a single snack on itself and threatens her that if her talent doesn't awaken, it's giving her a warning. Everyone says Li Yanping is useless now. Her mental state hasn't been right since she chose the weakest bear on the first day of school. Amidst these rumors and whispers, Li Yanping just said, "Just wait, everyone will know later that I was right." One night, the temperature suddenly dropped rapidly and snow started falling worldwide. Snow in June seemed very strange to everyone. But by noon the next day, when the global temperature reached minus 20 degrees, people slowly began to worry if a major disaster was coming. The snow kept getting heavier, never stopping. People feared the icy disaster. Fearing the worst, the school called the students back. In the hostel, Li Yanping, shivering with cold, wrapped herself in a quilt. Not cultivating had weakened her, and she was just like an ordinary person. Her nose was red from the cold, and she kept wiping it with tissues. "Black bear, has your talent awakened or not?" 10 days have passed. The black bear had grown considerably and was now an adolescent, and Li Yanping was beginning to doubt. "Don't worry, it will happen soon. In the previous life, Hu Wen was poor, and even after finding the storage, he didn't have snacks for the bear. In this life, I gave so many resources. Why isn't your talent awakening? Are you hiding something? Who am I working for? You doubt me. I wanted to share my power with you, but now it feels like I should return these snacks to you. I'm thick-skinned. I won't die in the cold. It was my fault. I spoke in anger. You keep these spiritual stones. Awakening your talent is the most important thing." The black bear grunted. "Go, pick up things from below." While chewing breakfast, the black bear sent a little warmth into Li Yanping's body. It was afraid she might die from the cold before the real apocalypse even arrived. Feeling this warmth, Li Yanping's doubts completely disappeared. According to the contract, during cultivation, both returned half of their power to each other. The very little power received from the bear made it clear that he had absorbed very little spiritual energy himself. Li Yanping didn't know that the black bear hadn't absorbed little spiritual power, but due to the master-servant contract between them, returning power depended entirely on the bear's will. Meanwhile, in the other dormitory, I was sitting against the bed watching a movie, all the snacks in the room gone. The white snake sleeping on the carpet had now grown from a cub to an adult, as thick thick as a bucket and shining ice white. I got off the bed, touched her scales, and deeply felt the tremendous life force within her. The hands of the clock on the wall were slowly approaching 12. The real apocalypse was about to begin. In this life, the white snake would not freeze to death on the first day of the apocalypse. As the clock struck 12, the temperature suddenly dropped to minus 50 degrees. Due to my spiritual energy and the white snake's power, I could ignore this cold. Outside, snow had accumulated to the height of 1 story. The class teacher started a group chat so everyone could report their status and the school could start rescue operations if needed. Due to a shortage of school staff, I became a volunteer, going to different hostels to distribute supplies. When I reached very close to Li Yongping's room, I jumped directly down from there. Later, when many female students confirmed in the group that they had received supplies, Li Yongping asked me, "Where are the supplies?" I sent photos as proof in the group that Yongping had deposited supplies from the supermarket at the school. The school said that due to heavy snowfall, there was a severe shortage of supplies. Shouldn't these supplies go to those who need them most? All the students started messaging in the group. Did the monitor know she took that much supplies? Can she do that? It was for the common good after all. Think about it. She's fighting for supplies, and people started judging her morality. Why are you hiding yourself by framing me? You knew the cold was going to end. Why don't you distribute your stored supplies to everyone? I threw 2 empty noodle boxes outside. I don't know what devastating cold you're talking about. Everyone knows my family's condition is poor. Seeing a sale at the mall, I bought a lot of instant noodles and distributed them among classmates. Everyone got 10 to 10 packets. Nah has given them from her share. Unable to answer her classmates' taunts, Li Yongping fell silent in the group, but she started sending me private messages. Pretend you've built a good image, but your useless white snake must have frozen to death by now. This sleeping white snake looks exactly like a plant. Despite her closed eyes, the powerful spiritual energy emanating from her clearly shows she is alive. Impossible. This video is recorded. That weak snake should be dead by now in such cold. Yawning, I ignored Yongping's message. Despite my strength, I was shivering in this cold. As soon as I opened the cupboard for a blanket, a familiar warmth seeped into me. It was the black bear's power. Ash, even without a contract, you're sharing your technique with me. I can bear the cold now. Just then, I remembered that the black bear's ability wasn't just cold, but enduring the cold along with power. In the previous life, with my limited strength and lack of snacks, he couldn't awaken fully. He had forcibly awakened only half the ability to save me. How is Li Yongping now? The bear started sharing visuals. Confident that she wouldn't fear the cold now, Li Yongping hadn't taken an extra quilt. At this moment, she was wrapping herself in a thin quilt, her face blue from the cold. Has your resolve not been fulfilled? Saying this, the black bear jumped onto the bed and pressed her underneath. The sound of bones breaking came as she hit the floor, and Li Yongping gritted her teeth in pain. Listen, I have good news. I have succeeded in awakening. Li Yongping's eyes lit up. She forgot about being thrown off the bed by the bear. Hurry up. I'm feeling cold. I've spent all my savings and toffees to awaken you. I am your master. According to our contract, I have full right over your power. Li Yongping tried to take the bear's power through the contract, but she realized she couldn't activate it. Open your eyes and see what contract we actually made. Examining the contract carefully, Li Yongping saw 2 magic formations and the changes made to them. See, this is a master-servant contract. You cannot share my abilities. Li Yongping was stunned. You interfered too. It's not just me. Brother Huan has also been reborn. In the previous life, you killed us and ate us. Now it's time for our revenge. Even if you have been reborn, Huan's contract is with that useless white snake. As soon as the snake dies, Huan will die too because of the contract. Fear was in Li Yongping's eyes, but the bear left without another word. Due to the severe cold, temperature details are no longer given. Like last time, electricity, water, and the internet completely shut down. After this night, many people never woke up again. 5 more days passed. The school's discipline collapsed. When students' supplies ran out, they started snatching others' food. Some powerful students outside eyed me, but because of the bear's cold protection power and the snake's abundant spirit power, even the teachers were no match for me now, so I was not afraid. Amidst the sound of banging on the door outside, I had just gathered power in my palm when suddenly a wave of energy was felt. Suddenly, an energy wave spread from my room, and chaos broke out outside. A voice from the divine consciousness of the white snake coiled on the blanket rang out. Get lost. Hearing its cold voice, people fled in panic. Stroking it, I asked, Ling Zhu, are you about to wake up? Meanwhile, the black bear chased away the people who entered Li Yongping's hostel. Li Yongping lay on the ground, a foul smell coming from her broken bone wounds. She was about to faint when the bear slapped her awake. That bear, due to memories of its previous life, was very vengeful. Zhang Neli, along with Li Yongping, sought out their enemies. Then he also killed those left in the school who had no enmity with him. Now the black bear stopped hiding and used his skill. 15. A warm wave ran through everyone's bodies in the entire school, as if divine grace. Manasan, Li Yongping, finally got relief from the cold. For others, it was a blessing, but for her, it was a death sentence that rapidly drained her life force. Not only her bones, but her internal organs had also already ruptured. The cold had stopped the decay, but now everything began to thaw like a microwave defrost. Li Yongping's organs became unbalanced. Numb, she dragged her body as if searching for a comfortable position. Purple ice flowed from her senses, and her eyes remained open as she died. It was a good death. That That morning, feeling warmth in my body, I opened my eyes and found myself clinging to a soft body. It was a beautiful face with milky skin and tired but attractive eyes. Her closed eyelids were like butterfly wings, and her white hair cascaded over me like a waterfall. Her warm body was like moonlight, like barley. As I moved, her trembling eyes opened, revealing inhuman pupils. Recognizing the familiar scent, I called out, "Ling Shuang!" A smile appeared on her lips. She quickly turned and mounted me directly, cold air hitting my skin, her body's cool and warm fragrance enveloping me. As she leaned closer, her white hair, also fragrant, scattered on my face. I stared at her, startled. Her beautiful face was close, her skin transparent and alluring like jet. Behind her back, a white snake tail swayed, and her attractive voice echoed in my ears. Did that man remember this honored master again? From the words man and master, I understood it was Lin Chu himself. Calmly, I looked at her. "You finally found the time to wake up." She laughed softly. Her laugh was very sweet. "Were you worried about this, master? If you died, I would have to be buried with you." She leaned down and kissed my face. "Your mouth is hard." I pushed her. "Ling Zhu, is this the first thing you do after transforming?" Ling Zhu laughed even more deeply. "It's not the first time. I have licked you before. We've marked each other." She had woken up after all these days because she was awakening her innate talent. Ling Zhu's blood being pure made it harder to awaken than for other animals. Fortunately, she succeeded. "Ling Zhu, what is your talent?" she asked casually. Then, seeing me look her up and down strangely, she glared. "What are you thinking?" While talking, we didn't realize when the snow outside had stopped. The heavy clouds began to disperse one by one, and the sun came out after many days, its warmth spreading over the earth. I heard sounds of joy from within the school. "Look, the sun is out. The mercury isn't cold anymore. Great. Finally, the apocalypse is about to end." Ling Nang Shu calmed down. "Attention or fervor. Ancient divine beast, my innate power is all life." Ling Shu's face was near my ear. Her breath felt on my neck, and the snake tail coiled around my waist, tightening. "Hun, I have saved the entire world. Now what reward will you give me?" I looked at the vibrant world outside the window, then at this beautiful woman sitting nearby. I reached out and touched her forehead. "Little child, what are you thinking?" Ling Chi glared at me angrily. Her white snake tail swayed behind her, but there was a smile in her silver-like eyes. Just then a familiar voice came from outside. Brother, I've also changed my form." Opening the door, a short girl with bear ears on her head appeared. Her color was dark wheat, so I immediately understood it was the black bear. In bear form, she was quite huge, but now she looked like a small child. "Lin Chu, get away from me," the black bear said. "Such an ugly sister." I said, "I am beautiful." The black bear was sad. Watching the bear and snake fight, I smiled. Last time Li Yamping killed us. In this life, we have taken revenge and found